Hey, you know, on September the 24th, the Cancer Research Institute will hold their first ever immunology therapy, right? It's a summit. And you can call it immunotherapy if you want to. It's a patient summit, and joining us for a preview, we have a consultant and patient advocate, Emily Helck. We welcome you to the show.
Thank you very much.
All right. So tell us, you were working for the Cancer Society, and then
For Cancer Research Institute, which is a nonprofit that's been around since 1953, with the sole focus of funding research in cancer immunotherapy. Now that's, for a lot of people, a new concept. Immunotherapy is a type of cancer treatment that uses the body's own immune system to fight the cancer. Yeah. So we all have our immune systems. This uses our own white blood cells to attack and kill the cancer. So it's different than many of the treatments that a lot of us are in.
Fight it with your own body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's different from chemotherapy. It's different from radiation. Those types of treatments kill the cancer cells directly on their own. They also kill a number of healthy cells too. Yeah. That's why you get the side effects that we're familiar with, like hair loss.
So but with that type of therapy, the nutrition has to be high priority also, because you have to make sure those white blood cells are there.
Certainly, certainly
numbers.
Having a strong immune system and having a healthy lifestyle is important. This is really going beyond having a healthy lifestyle and using different therapies that have been developed in the lab to treat the cancer.
All right. So wait, and this has been going on for some time, right?
Yes, so CRI, Cancer Research Institute, CRI, has been around since the 50s funding this type of research, but it's only really been in the last several years that it's become available to patients.
Yeah, because a lot of people didn't know about it. So you're here to create the awareness that this therapy is something that you can use upon developing cancer.
Exactly, yes.
All right, and you've been working with the company for how long?
So I've been with the organization for a couple of years now. And even in that short amount of time, the field has changed so much. It went from having FDA approvals of immunotherapy in melanoma only. Now it's FDA approved in lung cancer, it's FDA approved in kidney cancer, and a number of other cancer types.
So you can use this for, because sometimes they come out with therapies or medications for like a specific type of cancer. But you can use what you're talking about for all types of cancer.
Yes, so immunotherapy really, we believe, has potential in almost every type of cancer. Now, there are different types of immunotherapy, but there are one that's gotten a lot of attention recently. Jimmy Carter was treated with this type. It's called checkpoint inhibitors. And those are what everyone's really excited about right now. And those have, you're seeing one treatment, one drug having applications across many types of cancer.
So what we're doing now is very, very promising. So it's not like a death sentence upon finding out that you have cancer.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's changing what it means to have cancer, for sure. There are patients who were diagnosed with stage 4 melanoma, treated 10 years ago in some of the first clinical trials, and some of those patients are still alive today. And now 10 years is a long time for stage 4.
Survivors,
yes.
You have an event coming up?
Yes, so we have our first ever, we're so thrilled to put this on, our first ever Immunotherapy Patient Summit, which brings together experts in immunotherapy, oncologists. It also brings patient advocates, people who will give kind of seminars on paying for treatment, on how to become empowered and educated. And we'll also be featuring many patients and caregivers who have experienced immunotherapy firsthand to share their personal experience with the treatment.
You speak about caregivers. Talk about that. How important is it to have a great caregiver?
Oh, caregivers
in your
are
corner?
Everything. They're so important. And a caregiver can be a lot of different people. It can be a spouse, it can be a parent, it can be a child, it can be a friend, it can be a neighbor, it can be a whole community. Caregivers don't get a lot of support a lot of times, which is unfortunate. It's a really tough job and a really important job. And so we want to make sure we're including caregivers in the people we're inviting to this summit, because it's so important for them as well to get these tools, get this education, because so often caregivers are the people that are really helping push forward research on an individual level.
That's like a second job.
Absolutely.
Work, and you're taking care of someone, and sometimes the caregiver needs help.
Absolutely, they often need help.
Yeah. All right, so you're creating a lot of awareness. We like what you're talking about, and I think our viewing audience appreciates what you're doing. And how long have you been doing it again?
The Cancer Research Institute has been around since 1953 funding this research, and it's been in the last several years as it's become available to patients. We've started with patient education. You know, once now that people can actually get it, we want to make sure people know about it
How
and know
did
that
you
it's
get
an option.
involved in it? When did you get involved?
I got involved a couple of years ago. I had cancer myself and was treated
yeah.
with immunotherapy,
Yes.
so I wanted to.
In remission.
Yep, I'm no
Yes.
evidence of disease is the phrase they use
High
now.
five.
Thank you. And just completed my own immunotherapy clinical trial actually a couple of weeks ago.
So when somebody says, I'm in remission, what does that mean to a person?
That's a good
There's
question.
a possibility of coming back, or it's not active anymore?
Interestingly, remission is a term that I've heard a lot of people say is becoming
Yeah.
kind of out of use because it is kind of vague in that way.
They
So
still use it in the news world. You hear
Yeah.
somebody say, oh, yeah, the person had it, and now they are
Yeah.
in remission.
Yeah, I think that I think because of what you just mentioned about does that mean it's coming back, it is kind of a strange word in that way. So what I've experienced in my own life is doctors using the phrase no evidence of disease, or NED.
That sounds better.
It
And
sounds
yeah,
better.
it
Yeah,
does.
you can hold on to that a
Yes.
little better.
It does. So congratulations. You look
Thank you.
great.
Thank you.
Yes. And I'm sure, is there any advice to anybody watching us upon finding out that they have cancer? They go to sometimes maybe you don't feel good or something's bothering you, but you don't really know what it is, and you're waiting on your own body to kick in to fix it, but it doesn't really quite fix it the way it's supposed to be, and then you go get checked, and they tell you that you have cancer.
Yeah.
What does a person do? What advice would you give?
My advice would be to get connected with the many support resources there are here in the city. Our event, the Patient Summit, is just one of many, but at this event we welcome everyone, all ages, all types of cancer, all stages of cancer, and really meeting other people that are going through it, getting connected with the support resources. We'll have lots of information about those local resources and national resources at our event. And really, it's getting connected, I think, is the most important thing. It can be, from personal experience, wanting to kind of be alone and not really talk about it with other people, but in my own personal experience, it was so helpful to just get out there and learn what I could from other people and get connected with those
Because
resources.
you thought you were going this way, and you had to plan for
Right.
all of that, and
Yeah, and then it just derails everything. Yeah,
it must weigh on a mind for sure.
yeah, absolutely.
So just got to get out there and talk to somebody about it.
Yeah.
Professionals like you guys
Yeah,
who've been in the
yeah.
business. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what is there a website where we can go and learn more?
Yes, so our website is cancerresearch.org, and to find out about the summit, it's cancerresearch.org/summit.
Sure. Give her a big round of applause, everybody. Emily Helck. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
God bless
Great to
you.
meet you.
Okay.